Brooklyn's Tea Talk. Yes, no tea, no shade, just pink lemonade. And we're not, as you can see, not sitting on the big comfy couch, but I have some beautiful, gorgeous ladies that are sitting at the table, and I'm going to allow them to let you know who they are. So let's start on this side.
Okay, I'm Naya. Who am I? I am a registered yoga teacher. That's my part-time hustle. Full-time, I work for an agency downtown that works with mothers with intellectual disabilities, helping them with their parenting. And then I'm here as well. That's who I am.
Okay. And yourself?
I am Jan, aka JJ the Dreamer. I am a poet, a writer, a singer, a mother. A beautiful 2-year-old daughter named Hannah, so shout out to my daughter at Lily's Dollhouse. Thank you, my daughter. Full-time creative, full-time mother, part-time worker. There we go.
Nice.
Well, my name is Destiny. That happens to be my real name and my artist name. As I said, I'm an artist. Newest artist coming from Toronto. And that's me.
So my name is Aretha. I am an entrepreneur. I own an organization called Develop Me Youth. I am also a community development manager at an agency. But yeah, tell you all about me after. During the conversation, you gotta keep it. Come on.
And me, hello, my name is Ikel, and I'm a rapper. And yeah, I just work on my creative things all the time. So I make music, I write music, I blog, I do everything I can to get myself out there. So I used to background act, like I'm just everywhere trying to do my thing.
Yes, sorry baby, wait, may I eat a little fruit? Sorry, I'm hungry. So I want to thank all you ladies for being here. As you guys know, it's Women Empowerment Month, so I thought, what way to end the month than to have obviously some wonderful entrepreneurs and women that are making moves in the city that people don't know about. So as women coming up, being young entrepreneurs, what is the hardest thing you would say for yourself as a woman being an entrepreneur? What would you say?
I think it's kind of thinking about what your brand and your market is. So I think for me that's part of the challenge. Like I'm really passionate about, social work and doing yoga, but I think part of being an entrepreneur is actually putting yourself out there and making sure that you're presenting yourself in a way that's accessible and fun and interesting. So I think that's the biggest challenge, right? It's like how I want to present myself as a woman of color to younger girls who look up to me, to people who aren't a part of my community. So yeah, I think branding yourself is the biggest challenge that I find I have.
Yeah, I agree. Especially as women within the industry and coming out as entrepreneurs, right? I think it's branding yourself so that, especially with myself, the youth, the young ladies, girls that I work with are able to look up to me and build that trust factor, right? Mm-hmm. That they're able to build so that I can understand them and they can understand what I'm here to do for them and to help them.
Okay, for me, as a creative, it's respect. Yeah. No, I'm gonna be real because they'll say, come and perform at our show. Can't pay you, but we'll give you exposure. But how are you having a show without us? So what are you doing? Mm-hmm. So where's the ticket money going? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Where's it going? It's not going in my pocket. Just saying, that's annoying. I make most of my money singing at church. Jesus pays.
Yes.
Jesus saves.
Amen. So, yes, that's the problem. Where's my respect? That's all I'm asking about.
I would say being a mother of 4 and doing my career and also like trying to put my business together and all that. Just keeping everything organized. Not really organized, but you always gotta know where your priorities are, like so I guess that in trying to be in being a boss at the same time it's kinda hard sometimes, but
you make it work.
Yeah.
I mean, and wait, being a mother of 4, I was like, your
I was like,
body.
We're about to get to that. Okay. And for yourself, what do you find?
Piggyback off her point there and say respect, because hip hop is very male dominated. So I feel like I'll be in these spaces where it's like, okay, I want this opportunity to perform. And instead of it's like, okay, come to my show, perform, whatever, it's like, so what are you doing after? Oh, I got this going on, I got that going on. Guys just throwing themselves at you. And it's like, I don't want you.
No.
Like, at all. No, I just want to elevate myself and get to these things. I know I have the talent to do so. So I don't know why you have to be a disgusting turd and be in my way. Like, this is underground Toronto. You can't bring me nowhere.
Facts.
Like, this is not Hollywood. Like, I'm not trying to say, like, it's more acceptable in Hollywood, but, like, where are you bringing me? Like, I don't need your permission to go perform at, like, Remix Lounge or something. Like, get out of my way. Stop your foolishness.
He's bringing you from Peter Street to about Sherburne.
Right?
No, don't bring her to Sherburne.
Like, no, thank you.
Don't bring her there.
So what would you guys say when it comes to for instance, you played sports. She was a top basketball player. I don't know why you didn't plug that in, Leah.
She didn't say that.
Right? I was wondering.
When it comes to they say that it's hard to coach women opposed to men. Do you agree with that? Is that something you agree with? Do you find it is harder to deal with women, or?
I mean, I don't think it's necessarily harder to coach young girls. So I had the experience at Falstaff here. They run a program called Sisters Keepers.
Shout out to Sisters Keepers.
Yeah, so I had the opportunity to be involved with that organization and a couple other teams, and I don't think it's harder to connect. I think as a woman, it's easier, right? And I think the challenge is that we have a lot of men who are leading in female spaces, right? So I think for me, it's a lot easier to work with young girls because I'm relatable. I've gone through what they've gone through, and there's a level of comfort that unfortunately male coaches and men who lead women, they don't understand, right? So for me, I don't think it's harder. I think it's necessary, right? That we are the ones who are kind of empowering and working with the younger generation.
I like that. And speaking of younger generation, your organization, Develop Me Youth. Follow Develop Me Youth on Instagram. Develop Me Youth, when it comes to young women, what is the hardest thing you would say when it comes to trying to, try to reel in young women to be a part of your program? What do you feel like one of the hardest things may be for you?
I think there's two aspects to it, the trust and the respect. Because if you don't respect them and you treat them like how they're treated at home, they're not going to want to deal with you. And they're not going to want to come to your programs. They're not going to want to be involved in anything. So I find that's the hardest thing because they want you to be able to understand who they are so that they can get to that level of you empowering them to become something that they want. A lot of times they're still at that stage where they're confused about the way they want to be, but they also want to speak to someone who's able to guide them, right? Especially if they're not getting it at home. So I find that those two things, them finding someone who they can trust and also someone who has respect for them, even though they're young, is a big aspect to it.
Yeah, I tell people all the time, like when it comes to these youth in 2019, you have to give respect to get respect. These kids, no matter what you want to say, anything, you have to give it to get it. These kids are not just automatically going to respect you because they feel like at the end of the day, it's like, okay, you have to realize that some of them are dealing with single parent homes, so they don't have that love, they don't have that. So it's like, why should I respect you when I don't even respect my peoples at home? Like, you understand what makes you different from that person? So it's like with these youth, I feel like, and with people in general, I feel like, sometimes people get a little cocky and say, oh, because I'm this age, you have to respect me. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that.
I don't know.
Okay, speaking of R. Kelly, how do you guys feel about that situation? You guys have young.
No, him calling himself the Pied Piper. Okay?
Yeah, man.
He's been telling you who he
you
was.
guys,
That shit
what do you
kill
feel
him
about
too.
that? Do you feel that people are?
That.
Do you feel that people should address the situation when it had happened when Aaliyah when they faked the marriage and all that type of stuff?
Yes.
The fact that they're bringing it out now,
I think that
I feel like it's irrelevant. It's not irrelevant, but it's just like, guys, you knew the type of man that he was when he forged, when they basically forged her marriage date, and she was 16 when they faked it and made it seem like she was 18. Right there, you guys should have brought it to light. and now they're doing the same thing with Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
And
Him dead. Leave him alone.
So
I agree.
Him dead though. What are you gonna get? You just want the people that
You know
money.
what?
Legacy
Yeah, I don't
money.
want to hear none of that about MJ. Okay. Just
Okay, let's
let
go,
the
let's
king rest.
But I agree though. It's like if the person's dead,
Leave it alone.
like there's no reconciliation. Like you can't go up to them and be like, "You did this to me. I felt this way. This
I'm dead.
happened." Like exactly. Like they're. I'm not saying you don't deserve to have your stories as a victim, but it's like, what are you? You're gonna free yourself by telling, but what? There's no healing. Like what's gonna happen?
Well, for some
But they're
people,
not
telling is
victims.
healing, though.
I
don't know
guess,
why
yeah.
we-
Telling on TV.
The Michael Jackson that pisses me off, man. I don't know why we continue to make excuses. Michael Jackson is a friggin' pervert. Like,
Oh yeah. For
He
sure.
leave Michael alone.
he's a like, we can't keep. And then I'm so tired of people.
The table.
No,
No, but
it's-
did you
No,
look
but I'm
into
just
the?
saying,
You
The
know what?
two
It's
guys?
not acceptable. No, but it's not about those two guys. If a grown man is walking around holding a hand of a little 6-year-old white, the guy used to literally have white boys along his side, like they were like his
And in
stuffed
his bed.
animals. That's not normal. And sleeping with them in the bed. We have to stop. And everyone
Where were
keeps
their
trying to say.
parents?
Everyone keeps
Okay.
trying to say. What about the white guys who do it? It's like the white guys are guilty too.
Michael
and
never
Michael
had.
Jackson.
Okay,
Where
you
were
have
their
to you
parents?
have to really get psychological with that one because Michael never had like a childhood at
Yeah,
all.
that's
In his
fair.
head, being controlled by that many people around you 24/7 for your whole life, like growing
But
up.
white
is-
boys.
That's what they say.
No, I'm not saying there's not
He's just an
psychological.
idiot. He's just an idiot.
I'm not
I
saying
find he's
there's
just
an
an idiot.
I'm not
He's
saying
just-
there's not psychological reasons why people do what
Oh,
they
no.
do. It's still wrong though. But so we can't keep doing that. Like I'm not saying that there's not reasons why he struggled or he did the things that he did, but he that doesn't excuse what happened. It's just like people who murder people. There's lots of traumatic things that happen in their childhood. They still you still kill off someone in the world. So. I'm not saying Michael Jackson didn't have serious traumatic things and deprivation in his life that led him to make very poor decisions, but the guy still was not. We can't turn a blind. R. Kelly's nasty, and we're canceling. I can't even listen to "I Believe I Can Fly" anymore. But Michael Jackson's okay.
That's one of my favorites.
No, but I
No, that's-
personally feel you should have handled that when the man was alive. Now that he's dead, you gotta let him rest in peace. I'm sorry, you can't just bring those things out of nowhere. Like that's my personal feelings amongst the fact.
I think when it comes
I felt
to
it was brought up before, but just like R. Kelly, but now like you see how it went. I don't know if it's due to now it being more social media.
Didn't Oprah do the
things
interview or
being
something?
stronger.
Gail. That
Gail was for R.
did-
Kelly and Oprah was for MJ.
R. Kelly,
I don't know. I just feel like with R. Kelly, like he's still alive and he's still here. Obviously, he did bad things, but like. He's not dead yet, right? Like he can still get some therapy. He can still get examined. Like obviously, he's not gonna take everything away, but like stuff can be done.
This is all I'm saying. Like when it goes to like looking back and digging out past people that have passed, I feel it's like you're digging more into deeper into their families' lives and things that you can't control. Like you're not only throwing him down by doing stuff like that. It's kind of like you're not really thinking about all the people that are left behind that have to deal with that it's like after someone's gone and like you're still going at it and your kids are still sitting there and having to listen to it every day. I just feel like once it's dead, like you close the casket, close the case.
Yeah, but I think for people who are victims of, and like we're getting so deep now, but for people who are like victims of sexual predators, it's not the casket's closed. It's not done,
Never
right?
go.
And I think it's about sending a greater
really wanna
message
say
to the larger community, right? It's like it's not a white black thing. It's about privilege, right? Like to me, it's. He's dead, but there's still a message to be taught for other people, just like R. Kelly. Just because you have money and power and all these people, because his family were part of the problem, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people had
Did he ever get like actually like
Yeah,
never?
he was.
No, I
He wasn't convicted.
know. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, he wasn't
They
Convicted.
did.
convicted.
They did an
I know they charged
investigation.
him, but
They
he
did a
so
12
that's what I-
12-year
12
FBI
years,
investigation.
Never
Yeah.
found any evidence.
12-year
You see what I'm saying?
investigation.
So
FBI.
I feel like he's just he's been
He-
he put himself in a lot of
money,
stupid
though.
I agree.
situations.
Yeah.
I just don't feel like
In situations like
But when
this,
they have
to
money.
me, for
FBI and a black
No,
man.
not you. I was talking about.
Oh,
go.
he's white.
I'm like this to him, doesn't.
Visual.
situations like this from Michael Jackson and R. Kelly, I feel like all of this has been stewing from they were young. right? There's been a lot of problems from they were young. And everybody around them, not one person decided to get them help or look into it deeper. So right now, we're all speculating on things that we don't even know. It's all about what we've heard, right? And what we've seen. Because listen, I can take a 6-year-old child and walk down the road. Are you going to think that I'm a predator?
No. Of course
Why
not.
Yeah,
I don't know the child.
Well, of course, just like obviously like based
No,
on
but like, or any men.
I would call CAS.
You know, like,
Yeah, I mean, I would have an issue with that.
yeah, but that could be my own child. That could be, you know, a family member's child. And, you know, like, do you understand what I'm saying? It's just that we're all here speculating, and this is a deep conversation, and everybody's going to have different perspective on it.
Yeah.
So the way how I look at it is on both sides, they both needed help from a young age, and every single person that, especially with R. Kelly case, that's now bringing up evidence and, you know, saying that they knew all of this stuff, right? They should have came forward
It's true.
years and years and years ago. Even the interview that he had with who?
Gail.
You can see that man crying out for help,
It's true.
right? In that interview, you can actually see that he's like, I wanted the help from so long and none of you guys care. Now you guys want to attack me?
Yeah, because
Right? That's what I saw in that interview. I saw a man who was like, you guys want to now come at me for this, and a lot of y'all know I was doing this from years and years ago, and now you guys want to really come at me?
And some of the people, them family, gave away them pitney to R. Kelly too. Let's
Yeah.
let's get in.
But again,
it's
speculating because now
No,
we're
but it's-
saying we're here.
No, it's
money was giving, and now the
For
money
sure.
dry out and all of these things,
Let's-
right? So
It's the money.
No,
that
it's-
really prevents like.
But it's
people, I think.
factories though. When it came to Aaliyah's career blossomed because of R. Kelly. Do you understand? Let's be real. If Aaliyah's career didn't take off, would they have brought it to the media's attention? Would they have spoke up about it?
That's kind of what happened though.
Do you understand what I mean? It's like
she
because
got
these kids.
blackballed
No, I'm just saying.
after a
It's like
But
to
they
me,
didn't do
I feel
anything
like the
about it.
parents have a hand in it as well, not
Heavy
just R.
hand.
Kelly.
Heavy
But the
hand.
parents.
Yeah,
Because at the end of the day, as a parent, if I give you my child, you're R. Kelly, I give you my daughter, and I say, listen, my daughter, she can sing, she's an excellent singer, blah, blah, blah. You tell me, oh, you're going to book her for shows, you're going to do this. After like a week, because you're so big in the industry, after like a week, things should be happening.
It's true.
If I don't see things happening, that,
That's
me
a
as a
fact.
parent,
Yeah.
I'm removing
Not
you
even
from that.
I've
was
never
not
heard
those
that
issues.
he was having a relationship with the mother. R. Kelly was having a relationship with Aaliyah's mother. That they
Music from then till now. So what is the difference? We all knew, but everyone turned a blind side to it. It's that simple. Like now, all of a sudden, because social media is so big, that's the reason why
You're
it's
on
so
top.
big like that.
Wait, is
Because
everybody
when
muting
when-
Michael Jackson too?
no, yeah, a lot of people are not playing his music no more on the radio.
Yeah, some radio took him
and
out.
doing that
They
type
were
of
even
stuff.
thinking of taking him out the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
But it's just like, bro, at the end of the day, it's when the man was here, all of this should have been investigated when he was alive. When back then, when Aaliyah was alive, you guys should have took care of that. Now that we have a bunch of women coming out of the woodwork from here, there, oh, R. Kelly did this, R. Kelly did that. To me, personally, I love his music. I'm not gonna. To me, I love his music. He's a legend. Yeah, I don't condone what he does, but I'm not gonna be a hypocrite and say I'm not gonna listen to his music.
I can't
because
lie.
it's hard. Like
The
1,
other
2
day I
steps.
was driving
you know what I
down
mean?
the street.
It's like it's hard.
The other day I was
It's-
driving
it's-
But the
down the
artist
street.
and the
It can be
person
hard.
are two different people.
Yeah, and
They're not.
It's
They're
very
not.
hard not to
They're
listen
not.
to his
Okay.
songs, but it's not that hard. But like I don't want to listen to it. I can't do it. I was driving down the street the other day, okay, and when I stopped at the light, my song happened to change to an R. Kelly song, and boy, I'm right beside me. And it's like, yo, I want to take this off so bad, like you know what I'm saying? But like I couldn't get my phone to change the thing.
Why am I-
I'm just looking at the boy, and I'm like.
I don't know. Everyone looks at it different. You know, people commented on it and said, "Brooke, you're crazy. I don't know why you're talking about the man like that." But that's just my opinion. My opinion is you're an artist. You're an artist. You're an artist yourself. When you guys, a lot of artists portray themselves to be one way, but they're totally different. A lot of people out here act like they're thugs in front of the camera, but behind closed doors, they never carried a gun a day in their life. So you see what people allow you to see. It is what we seen R. Kelly as the nice, genuine man that makes great music, amazing music, but behind closed doors, that's
And
what he was
probably
doing.
he was.
You understand? And
You
it's
know
just
that
like
he wasn't. You know.
No, but I'm saying
his life. And
Everybody needs help, and just because you have money doesn't mean that you don't need help. It's just like Kate Spade, she killed herself.
Yeah.
It was like she was crying out for help. No one was to help, and she has a bag of money. A lot of these people have money. It's just because they have these people. We have real people around us that would be like, no.
That's a good
Yeah.
point.
These people have these yes people that would say, yes, it's okay. I see R. Kelly doing it. I see R. Kelly walking over to that
Wasn't giving money
62.
last week.
But guess what? He's paying my rent, so guess what? I'm gonna be quiet.
It's about money
But
as
now
well.
R. Kelly's not paying. But now R. Kelly's not paying my
I have
rent.
something to say.
So
We have something
I'm
to
gonna
say.
call the reporter and be like, I knew this from 10
And
years
get paid
ago.
for the story so you can go pay your rent.
Exactly.
Do you understand
That's
what I
the
mean?
thing. People knew about R. Kelly, and we knew from
Yeah.
time, and we never said anything. And the reason why we're not saying anything is exactly what you said. It's because there's money there,
Yeah.
and there's money that we
Control.
could get. Your manager said that he was bringing you to minors' house, to
Factory.
schools, to go and pick off
The man
little
was
girls
out.
at the school.
The man was outside of
You're
McDonald's.
a predator. That's just what it
But
is.
this is what I'm saying.
When I
This
see
is
the
why
music
when I
now-
say about speculate, because how do you know it's not it's not the manager that was interested in the little girls and got him into that aspect of it? If you're bringing this man,
But he also R. Kelly actually also admitted that he was molested when he was younger as a child. And
There's
a
the
lot
sister.
of by his
sister?
own family
Yeah.
Yeah, him
molested.
and his brother.
So it's just like,
For like
that
5
could have played
years,
a
I
role.
think.
And it's just
For
like
5 years.
it's just, let's be real, like if some of us cannot go to our parents and tell our parents that somebody in our family
They
did
won't
something.
believe you.
They're not gonna believe you. So imagine him going to his mom and saying, Mom, your sister just molested me. She's gonna look at you like you're crazy. You understand? So we don't know if he attempted to, he tried to, and maybe he did, and no one listened. Maybe everyone thought that, he's joking or whatever the case may be. We don't know.
It's
And
very
we'll never know the
similar.
truth until R. Kelly sits on the stand or sits there and tells everybody his truth. And we can speculate and say those guys are lying, that girl's lying, but at the
We'll
end,
never know.
But we'll
That's
never
true.
know because
I
we
don't
were
wanna
never there.
completely
We
draw off the subject, but it's similar to Whitney Houston. I watched her documentary, and she was molested as a child by her aunt.
By her-
Because no one said anything, so it's like they all killed her because like they didn't want to stop the money rolling in. They didn't want to help her do the rehab. Like they were just living so nice that they didn't want to say anything. Like, oh, she's fine, she's fine. And it's like, no, when you see these things happening, yeah, you're getting paid, but this is your family. You need to be like, Whitney, you're not okay. R. Kelly, you're not okay.
I think-
Michael Jackson, stop it. Like, you need to be the bigger person and be like, stop it now. Like, get help.
But you need
I think that this also goes back to like just how we grew up as like our culture. Like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
there's always back in the days when like you used to tell people things, and because they were like the children of slaves or they were slaves themselves, the answer back was shh, don't say nothing. Like you understand? So, and I think it's now it's becoming more serious. Now these kids get help automatically because things are better now and more like there's social media, there's internet, there's more ways of getting stories heard now. But I feel like back then, like when R. Kelly was probably young or whatever, whatnot, there was a lot of this like shh thing going on. I'm not sure if that happened with his case, but I'm just saying as a culture, I think that's kind of where it stems from when we start talking about topics of
Like,
molestations and being able to tell like your family members and them not listening to you. I think it all comes from there.
Okay, to end this, I believe it's the core people that you have around your circle. Make sure your circle is good and your circle's loyal and your circle's truthful. Don't have people in your circle that's just only gonna be yes men. You need those people in your circle that's gonna tell you the truth. Sometimes the truth hurts and it is what it is. You understand what I mean? Get those people that are on the same page and know exactly what your goal is. Some people are there for seasons, some people are there for reasons, and some people are there to teach you life lessons.
Church.
You need to know each and every what that person is there for. You may know somebody for 20 years, but at the end of the day, when you're doing certain things, you may not be able to rock with that person to do that because maybe their mental is not all there. You understand? And that's what a lot of these celebrities feel like. Okay, I can pay you, I can pay you, I can pay you, I can pay you because me and you've been friends for years. So no, at the end of the day, you're paying my bill, so I'm gonna say yes. Yo, that looks good, even if it's ugly. I'm gonna tell you yes, it looks good because you're paying my bills. You understand what I mean?
And then also, like, we all live in Toronto. We all know how the Toronto bands are. Who am I having a kid with? Who?
I'm done. There's a couple. There's a couple. Shout out to my man Mike. There's a couple. Don't play yourself.
Just a couple.
You gotta find them.
Like finding Waldo.
You feel me? There's a couple.
It's rough out here.
No, a couple of them you have to
throw back still. There's a lot of them you have to throw back and leave it there, but